What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Alton Podcast, episode 3 of season 2. Is that what we're called it, Austin? Season 2?
I think that's what's going to end up being the name, yeah. We can't think of anything better.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. We took a little extended break there between Christmas and this month. So, season 2. Let's run it. Episode 3,
fitting.
season 2. So, how you doing, Austin? How you doing this week?
I am tired.
I honestly cannot say the same because I've done literally nothing since Sunday, and we're recording this Wednesday night. So,
Wow.
yeah, I've
Can
done
I
nothing.
recruit you
To do what?
to do my job for me tomorrow?
I mean, do I get paid?
Sure.
I'll fly out tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Good plan.
All right, good plan. So yeah, it's been it's been an interesting week. We're essential, we're not essential. The pandemic is still a thing. Just another day in
Oh,
the current world.
you mentioned the essential, non-essential thing. Florida's opening back up
I heard about this.
on Monday.
For the uninformed, Austin lives in Florida.
I do. I'm saying a lot already, and it's because I'm tired.
Well, good thing we got a shorter-ish
good.
show today to, subside that tiredness for you a little bit. But yeah, opening Monday, I read, right? Or at least that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Phase 1, restaurants at 25%, stuff like that. Nothing extreme, nothing big. Sadly, my gym will still be closed.
Sad
Not
face.
happy about that.
Yeah. Have you been doing any at-home workouts?
Here and there, but nothing consistent.
Gotcha. I know you and Nathan, you guys go on walks sometimes, but that's nothing compared to a full gym experience.
And it's too humid here to run.
I mean,
outside.
You do live in Florida.
It's
Have
so
you-
sticky.
Have you considered, water aerobics?
No.
I mean, you guys have a pool. That's why I'm mentioning it.
Do you know how pale I am?
But water. It's heavy. Very heavy.
Water is heavy,
Yes.
but I will burn.
I mean, sunblock. Bro, I'm in
No.
the exact same boat. I turn red instantly. Like tanning, what is that? I mean, I have no idea.
You need to get here so you can feel this sun down here is just brutal, man.
I
It's
just have
insane.
to feel the wrath of the Florida sun.
Oh, it's so bad. You can tell. You walk outside and you just...
Yeah.
I can't describe it, dude.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I mean, I've been to Florida for vacation a handful of times. I've never lived there, obviously, but for the weeks I've been there, I mean, it's pretty freaking humid from what I've experienced. Yeah. So
It'll cook you.
it'll cook you.
It'll cook you, man.
Yo, do you guys have the little lizards running around on the sidewalks and everything, like in Panama?
They're everywhere, dude. Everywhere.
Dude, that's the one thing I remember when I went there when I was 13. We stayed at a Panama resort right there on the Gulf, right? And there were just lizards everywhere, and it was honestly the greatest thing ever. They were just hopping around, my guy. They were just zooming in between everybody's feet. And, oh my god, it was great.
It's crazy, and there's actually more at my work than here.
What? Okay.
And here, they're all the same color. At work, none of them are the same color.
Interesting.
It's so strange, man. There's so many lizards, though. It's great.
Yeah. When I was down there, they were all the same color. So, I mean, how different of color? What
I've
colors?
seen some red,
Oh. Ooh.
couple green, couple really dark browns.
I've only seen greens. But like I said, I've never lived in Florida. I was only there vacationing, so of course I only saw green. Duh.
They don't come to the house anymore because Bentley eats them.
What a
He
good
finds
dog.
them to be a tasty snack.
Wow, that's crazy. And no, avoid the house with the big fluff doggo.
Exactly.
Man.
Hide at all costs.
Right? Real talk, Bentley's a unit. Like, that dude is huge.
He's
What a
big
fluffer.
Dog.
Okay.
He's 90-something pounds.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, enough rambling about the Sunshine State. Or is that California? I think it's Florida.
I think it's both.
Oh. Ooh. Plot twist. We'll get into it in another podcast. Anyways, so if you are a longtime follower of the podcast, you would know that in season 1, Austin got the Amazon Echo Buds, and that I did not get the Amazon Echo Buds simply because I was waiting for Google Pixel Buds 2 to come out. And I'm happy to say they have finally come out. I am not happy to say that they were not what I was expecting, and that I am very sad.
Yes.
So we're going to get into the Pixel Buds here. A little bit, some tech specs, price, obviously. I think that's the biggest benefactor here, in my opinion. But Austin, I'm not sure how much you've looked at the Google Pixel Buds 2 yet, but if you have, what are your first impressions?
There's the again. Someone in the comments comment how many times I say
Yeah, let's get an count per
in
episode this
podcast.
season.
I promise you it'll significantly decrease the next video. I'm just super tired.
Wow.
So the first thing I noticed, I just kind of been scrolling through it now, and I looked at it a little bit earlier, and the inconsistent discharge rates of the battery.
Interesting. Can you expand on that? I honestly don't know what you mean.
So about midway through the article on The Verge that we have here, the left and right Pixel Buds tend to discharge at different rates. I'm assuming that the right ear
I know what you're
has
talking
the
about.
bass aspect in it,
Yeah.
more so than the left. So it shows a person's Pixel Buds. The left headphone has 94%, the right has 79%. That's a drastic difference.
Yeah. Do you think that has to do with predominantly using gestures on one earbud versus another?
I mean, maybe, but to think of what is that, 15% difference?
Yeah.
Just from gestures? I don't think that's likely. I think it's more the bass aspect and the volume of the music going on and how much bass that song this definitely has.
Interesting. So you think...
And that's not good.
So you think each speaker unit has different speaker specs in each bud? That's what you're implying?
I'm wondering.
Interesting. And then maybe they use software to blend it all together?
No, you can you use one or both headphones, earbuds here to activate Google
Assistant? I'm not entirely sure. Throughout the video, both of them were used, so I couldn't tell you, and I don't think they even touched on that to my knowledge. But apparently that's one of the great things with this is hands-free Google Assistant. Personally, not one of the reasons I would buy it, though. So that's one thing off the, quote, good list that Verge is saying here. Yeah, but all around, I'm honestly shocked Verge gave it a 7.5. I probably wouldn't even give it that much, and I've been rooting for these for like 6 months.
Maybe that's why. So I'm surprised, actually, that they're doing what they are. When I saw Google Pixel Buds 1, which we did a podcast on that as well, and comparing that to these Amazon Echo Buds that I have and I still love, Colton, you're going to buy them.
I might now.
One, they're $50 cheaper than these things are.
Yeah, so for everybody wondering, the Google Pixel Buds 2 are $180. That is honestly ridiculous for what they offer spec-wise, in my opinion. But carry on, Austin.
Yeah, and the big thing I think they're trying to sell is the hands-free Google Assistant and the easy pairing on Android phones.
Yeah.
But the Echo Buds, easy pairing on Android phones. Yes, you do have to download the Alexa app to use the headphones. That's not a big deal, though, at least in my opinion. And I believe they're compatible with iOS devices, too, as long as you have the app. I don't know what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, naturally, it's going to be the easiest pairing because Google owns Android. But like you said, there's other, wireless earbuds that pair just fine. So honestly, it's not really necessarily a selling point, I guess, if you really get down to it compared to other earbuds. The hands-free Google Assistant, I mean, some people are going to use that. I personally will probably never ever use that feature if I get these, which I probably won't. Wireless charging is a thing this time now because the last version wasn't fully wireless, so that was that main reason. There's no cord for anybody wondering. It's actually wireless, like Echo Buds and AirPods. The battery life is honestly a little bit mediocre as well. I think it said 5 hours of battery life without the
Jesus.
what is it called? The charging case. Now, personally, I would never use them 5 hours at a time anyway, but compared to other devices that are like 8 to 15 hours without the wireless charging case. So, I mean, we're talking half of the initial battery life there. And then the one thing that really makes me sad, Austin. I think this is the thing that makes me the most sad other than the price. The bass. It's just not
I just
there.
saw that.
The bass is not there. And for everybody who knows me and Austin, we both really appreciate the sound of music. Okay? And
you gotta have that bass.
The bass, it has to be there, man. It has to be there. And it's not.
It's so... I can't believe that a pair of headphones at this price point would not have solid bass to back it up.
Right. And at that, a second generation that took 3 years to make.
Yep.
I'm really disappointed, honestly. With a brand like Google attached to these, I'm honestly sad. It's kind of like the Pixel. Pixel 1, actually all the Pixels. Nobody wants that giant forehead and chin on their phone. Like, what were you thinking? Like, the iPhone 10 was bad enough with that notch. What makes you think we wanted a bigger one on the top and the bottom, Google? What is wrong with you?
I get it. These are certainly a massive improvement.
Facts.
From the Pixel Buds first gen. But I feel like these are... So, you had Pixel Buds Gen 1. This is like Gen 1.2. This isn't Gen 2.
Yeah, I can agree.
It just gave you the specs that you thought you should have had when you had Gen 1.
Yeah,
That's it.
And minus the cord and the wireless charging.
Which should have been there anyway.
Yeah. And the hands-free Google Assistant. Was that not a feature on the first one? I thought they were touting the whole on-the-spot translating or whatever the whole time. So obviously Google Assistant was a thing. So,
yeah, and Google Assistant's one of the best things they have. It's such a good bit of software. And Bixby, I don't know if you use Bixby on your phone. You have the same phone as I do. I just don't use it, man.
It's trash, bro. I mean, you get an Android phone, you're using Google. It's that simple. You get an Apple phone, you're using iOS. I mean,
Siri.
Or iOS, Siri. Yeah, that's what I meant, Siri. Which uses Bing, so it's trash. So in other words, get an Android phone.
Speaking of Siri,
Siri.
little tangent here, guys.
Ooh,
So I see Sarah is in the community chat here for our Discord.
Sarah's what? Okay, carry on.
And whenever Nathan says Sarah, his phone hears Siri. Almost every single time.
That's actually hilarious.
So it's just hilarious that they can't get Siri and Sarah
Siri. Sarah.
figured out.
I mean, both of the vowels are different. I mean, they're similar, but they're different. It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
It's hilarious. It's so great. It makes me laugh every time.
Yeah. What doesn't make me laugh every time is when Google Home just starts talking randomly when I didn't even say Google Hey backwards. It's so I just don't understand sometimes why it thinks that I'm saying the phrase when I'm not. And fun fact, if you look at the Verge video review for the Google Pixel Buds, they purposely mute the hot phrase in the video so people's Google Homes don't go off while they're watching the video, and people appreciated it so much in the comments. It was insane. How this is the little things, man. It's the little things that make us happy.
That's funny.
And the Google Pixel Buds 2 is not one of them. Very sad. Very sad. It's so bad. I didn't even wait for the Unbox Therapy and MKBHD reviews. I mean, that's how you know it's bad.
I'm just looking at a sentence here. Let's quote it verbatim.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, did it again.
Well,
There's no active noise cancellation with these earbuds,
yeah, I
but
totally
with the
forgot.
exception of Amazon's Echo Buds, it's rare to see ANC for under $200.
Interesting. How much were your Echo Buds? Oh, it said with the exception of Echo Buds.
Yeah, mine were $129.
Yeah. I wonder how much they are now.
I think they're still $129.
Any news on a 2.0?
Oh God,
Because
I
they've
don't
only been out for
know.
what, 6 months? 7 months?
Something like that. I waited a lot. I ordered them early.
Yeah, well, yeah, you pre-ordered them like a month before they came out, right?
Oh man, I was so excited to see them, dude. They have 7,715 reviews.
Wow. What's the star
Already.
rating?
You know, lower than I thought. 3.7.
Interesting. Interesting.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is still $129.99, so $130.
Cheap.
Looks like. What's the 1 star? I'm just kind of curious right now.
What's the one size?
1 star.
Oh. I mean, that's gonna be the one-off person who probably says it doesn't have the 10 out of 10 base I'm looking for. It's got like the 8 out of 10 base. You know what I mean? I mean, people. If there's anything people are very specific with their reviews with, it's music products, because everybody has a different style in music listening.
Absolutely. And all these reviews that are 1 star are in November when the product first launched.
Were there software updates that came out between like November and January? Crucial updates, I might add.
Not that I know of. Oh, wait, there's more. Let's see here.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. Let's go most recent. Okay.
So the recent reviews are looking a lot more positive?
I'm just looking at the 1 stars.
Oh, okay.
And some people, I guess, are having issues connecting the
Interesting.
headphones to the phone. I've never had that issue, though.
Maybe they don't know they have to download the app.
You know, actually, so it's funny because they work independently from the app.
Oh.
So you can just sync to Bluetooth and they work.
Oh, so you
But
don't
if you
need
want to
the
use
app.
Alexa commands, you need the app.
Oh, so I don't need the app to use it just for Spotify.
Just for Spotify? No, not at all.
Incredible. Buying them right now. No.
Do it.
No, I'm there's definitely a couple I want to look at. You know, it just makes me so sad. Cause
Yeah, I told you, man.
You did tell me too, which makes me even more irritated. This dude literally said from day one they're going to disappoint you, Colton. He had no intention of positive intention for the Google Pixel Buds 2. He was flat out telling me with no budging from day one, you're going to be disappointed. And Austin, I come to tell you, many, many months later, you were correct. You were indeed correct. And because this is just giving me anxiety and making me so depressed, okay? We're going to the next topic, okay?
Just one more. I'll shed one nice thing.
Oh yeah, this should be good. Everybody listen carefully.
One nice thing about the Google Pixel Buds. If they make it to Generation 4, I think they'll be decent.
Not even Generation 3, huh?
No, they got some catching up to do in Generation 3.
Yeah, and
they're still behind the game.
Yeah, it's crazy. And for everybody wondering, they come in 3 colors. Only white is available right now. Black, and I think it was the coral. I think it's coral/pinkish color.
Yeah.
Come out in, I don't know. I don't even think they have a release date for that. So, and that also irritates me because I wanted black. Anyways, next topic. Oh, man. Walk us through it, Austin.
Walk us through it. Okay. So today's topics are a little bit opposite.
Yes, independent of each other.
Yeah, they're really hard to just smoothly transition into. Mm-hmm. So fair warning there, guys. The next topic we're going to do is the AMC theaters, their recent announcement. Along with Regal. Am I pronouncing that right?
Regal refuse?
Regal?
Something like that. Let's just stick with AMC because everybody knows AMC.
Perfect. So they are not going to show Universal Pictures when they reopen.
Yeah, tell them why, Austin.
Because of the early VOD rather than the wait to show them in theaters.
Yeah, simply because movies are already ready to go and they can't
They're on
really...
demand.
Right, they can't really do PR because, I mean, people, I guess PR is still a thing, especially with late night. It's just, I guess, a little bit harder to do because there's no sets anymore. Everything's like over Zoom and whatever these days, as everybody knows. But yeah, AMC is pretty much banning Universal for wanting to put their new movies up on demand, like Austin said. And, I've been reading some tweets, some article comments, and this is going to make or break AMC, especially because they're already so close to bankruptcy because they've been closed for so long because of coronavirus. So it's like, they're literally digging their own grave by doing this. It's like the grave has already been dug, but now they're just jumping in on purpose. It's kind of pointless.
And I don't agree with what they're doing because they're getting upset because when everything closed down in mid-March, Universal decided to release Trolls on VOD because they wanted to give the public something. It's been highly anticipated. They wanted to see it.
Right.
A lot of outreach. So they're like, okay, yeah, we're going to put this online for you to watch.
Right.
That was a kind gesture of faith from a massive company.
Right. A very massive company.
That was not an insult to theaters and everything. It was a unique situation that I guarantee wouldn't have happened for years if it wasn't due to COVID.
Oh, 100%. I mean, this is all because of coronavirus, and AMD is just being butthurt.
AMC.
My bad. AMC is just being butthurt because they're not getting the exclusive content that they've gotten for the past, many decades.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's the wrong way. I think it's going to totally bite them in the ass. It's just... I don't agree. And, they did mention, Universal said that it did pay off big time for the studio, which of course it did. It's Universal.
Right.
Releasing their new movie. Of course people are going to watch the crap out of it.
Right.
But I still think that I would, even if I could see it at home, if I liked the movie enough, I'd want that atmosphere.
Yeah. I mean, I don't
have...
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for everybody wondering, maybe people who aren't familiar with Universal and what movies they're, that they produce. Of course, Trolls World Tour. They also are in charge of Fast and the Furious 9, Jurassic Park, Minions. So pretty much any major movie Universal is most likely part of, and I mean, it's just gonna be AMC and themselves, just digging their own grave even deeper.
Yeah, and I did see, as things progress and as you can TVs are more affordable, surround systems are more affordable, you can make a theater-like atmosphere within your own house now for around $600, $700.
Yeah, it's really not that expensive.
No, so I was foreseeing eventually that it would kind of go to almost like the pay-per-view thing, where you just buy the movies early for a discounted rate,
right,
and watch them first glimpse.
mm-hmm.
But still, I mean, you got to figure those action movies. Like, I wouldn't want to see Avengers
Nah, dude.
for the first time
Right.
here.
Like,
at
there
the
are
house.
just some movies that you have to have that surrounding Dolby Atmos, the freaking giant, like, 100-foot IMAX screen. Like
Yeah.
if my seat is not literally shaking like an earthquake during Avengers, it's not a good experience.
Exactly.
It's my seat. I literally have to be flipping upside down watching it. It's you get my point.
And I get that. I'm the same way, dude.
Yeah.
Again, it's all about that bass.
Dude. Yeah.
And you have no... I mean, you could do it. You can get a big enough bass system at your house to make that happen, but you're going to piss off your neighbors something fierce.
Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens after coronavirus. I obviously see AMC backpedaling and letting Universal back in. Like, there's no
yeah.
question that's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen. Let's be realistic here.
If
They're just saying it to make them squirm a little bit just to get them back quicker.
But Universal's so big. Mm-hmm. Are they really going to squirm?
Well, I don't know. It really comes down to what the deals are between the two companies. Like, I'm not sure what the payout is if you're doing it, VOD form versus movie theater form. I really have no idea. I'm going to assume it's a major difference because these movies make billions of dollars in just a month or two sometimes. And, I don't know. It really depends. And then where are these movies going to be on the on-demand form? Like, are they going to be on Prime Video? Are they going to be on Apple TV? Are they going to be exclusives on those streaming platforms? It really comes down to how Universal plays this out. I'm personally rooting for Universal because AMC is atrocious. I cannot believe they banned Universal from showing their movies.
Stupid.
It's just appalling, dude. That's crazy.
All Disney has to, or all Universal, has to do is add a new subscription value to Disney Plus and say, hey, for $8 extra a month, you get day one release of our new movies.
That's crazy. And I could
People
definitely
would
see them do
buy
it.
that. Oh, yeah. People would buy it like hotcakes. They would lose almost probably no money,
Yeah.
respectively.
I mean, it's hard to say because let's just say you go see a movie. Let's say 5 people go see a movie at $10 a ticket. That's $50, right? I have no idea what percentage Universal gets out of that $50. But if you're only paying $6 a month to see a movie, that's a major difference. But like I said, it really comes
Absolutely.
down to what the percentages they get. Let's just say it's, well, I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and do the math because I don't want to speculate when I don't even know.
I mean, they would maybe take a small hit, but doing a model like that would certainly mitigate any kind of hit that they would take. And let's face it, you do the box office instead of being an in-person, like, they made this much money on this day.
Yeah.
It'd be the same thing with subscribers. They made this much money. This many people tuned in to watch this new movie on this day.
And I guess
It's the way of the future.
yeah, and I guess movies don't release every month. So they're going to be getting free money technically for a few months out of the year. The plays. I vote Universal.
Plays.
Wow. So yeah, we'll definitely see how that plays out. It really depends on coronavirus. And that's the main thing with coronavirus is uncertainty. So God only knows.
If you have stock in AMC, you might want to pull out.
Yeah, I would do that right now.
They might crash.
Yeah. And, slight tangent. It's quarterly numbers release week for the stock market, and I believe AMC is on the list for this week. So you might want to stop this Well, actually, no. By the time you're listening to this podcast, they have already said their numbers. So, I hate to put it this way, but if you haven't sold it yet, you're screwed.
might be too late. I see this definitely hitting their stocks in a very, very negative way.
Yeah, and this happened yesterday. You know what? Let me just pull it up real quick. Let me just go here.
I'll check my stocks while I'm at it.
This happened last night. Let's see here. Let me get a week. What was yesterday's date? The 28th? Oh, wait. But yesterday was, what, Tuesday?
28th. Yep.
Oh, it would have been after hours, so this morning. Interesting. They saw no drop today.
Not yet.
Interesting. I wonder if people are waiting for their quarterly numbers.
Wow, I went up $15 today.
Nice.
Why?
Yeah.
Hey, they're finally bouncing back. Thank freaking God
Yeah.
they've been tanking like ass the last couple of days.
Yeah, man, it's all because of the outlook with the new quarter. So, I don't know. We'll see. All right. So, I think that's it for AMC. What do you think?
I think that's it. I wish them the best of luck.
Yeah, same. I also wish the best of luck to aliens because we're on their asses now. So, for everybody wondering, our last topic here today is, I'm just going to say the title of this article from ABC News. Pentagon declassifies Navy videos that purportedly, that's a word, shows UFOs. And there's 2 or 3 videos here that are, lock-on video technology of UFOs. And UFO is simply an acronym for what? Unidentified flying object, Austin?
Correct.
So it can really be anything. But the one video, this thing is flying in, like, it's rotating and everything. And all I'm saying, Austin, is that, we almost stormed Area 51. The aliens got upset about it. And now they're flying around everywhere doing surveillance on the Earth.
Oh boy.
It's a time, man. Or they see that we're vulnerable because of coronavirus. And they're about to strike.
If they had the technology that we speculate they have, there is no vulnerability point. We're sitting ducks at full power anyway.
Yes. Okay. So, for anyone who doesn't know me, I was being sarcastic, obviously. But yeah, I honestly don't know what to make of these videos. I honestly don't even know how old they are. I didn't see a timestamp on any of these. Maybe the article says, okay, 2 training flights in 2004 and 2015. Interesting. So 2004, 2015. 2 of them from 2015, 1 of them from 2004. So one of them is super old. So I don't want to say I don't trust the technology because it's the U.S. government's technology, but I'm just going to ditch the 2004 one and only look at these 2015 ones. But, I mean, one of them's super tiny, but the bigger one that's black and how it's rotating and everything, I like to be a bit realistic, Austin. You know me. I'm a realistic individual, okay? But, that's a spaceship, my guy.
That's a spaceship.
So, okay, I'm just talking out of my ass at this point. Austin, what do you think about all this? Like, what's your take on all this UFO stuff past day or two?
Okay, so I saw this article going through Facebook the first time, or at least similar pictures.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, Facebook hoax. Keep scrolling. We're good. Keep going. And I've seen it more and more. This article we're referencing is off of ABC News. And if the question was, do I believe aliens exist?
So
The science in me, like, what I study and what I like to do, I don't think it's likely that we're the only living thing, for sure.
Interesting.
So, like, I do think somewhere out there, probably there is some other form of life. Somewhere.
So you're saying it's a spaceship and aliens are real?
I don't know if I'd go that far.
But would you?
So here's the conflict. We have a video from 2004, like you said, and 2 from 2015. Now, while 2004 is so old, you wonder if it's good enough video to really make out an image. But 2015 is so new that it can be CGI'd.
Interesting. So you're saying that the
could make
government is bamboozling all of us?
I mean, I don't think they would. I don't see why they would. There's really no good reason. And there's always the speculators. There's always the big-time theorists that really want to prove they exist.
Yeah.
So this is like feeding fuel to their fire, which is not a bad thing, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to speculate.
Sure.
But, they don't, like you said, there's not good timestamps. There's not good, clear images. And the one that's so clear you can see how it's moving and stuff like that, I don't know if that's how it is too good to be true right there.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was saying. And I'm not going to lie with you. It kind of looks like how it would look like in a movie in terms of how it moved. So, I mean, if we're being realistic here, I don't know, it does look a little too good to be true. The black one that just rotates just perfectly with like no effort, right? But I don't know, man. It's interesting. I saw one tweet that said, the people of America, they're getting antsy, so just release the videos and calm them down for a little bit.
Give them something else to focus on.
Right, give them something else to focus on while we do something about coronavirus. I don't know.
It's completely possible. I don't think they would fake it. I don't think they truly have a reason to fake it.
Yeah.
But, I'm skeptical. Skeptical 100%.
Do you think Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Do you think they know what it is, but they're not telling us?
I mean, it's quite possible. This is something we've tried to create in movies and and everything for the past, 5, 6, 8, maybe even more decades. So we've had all this time to just imagine in our minds what they look like. These green, diamond-headed, almost little skepticals is what we're thinking, which is probably nowhere near what it's going to be when we finally find it. And we just have to have this image in our hand that they fly in these UFO saucers.
Right.
That are just perfectly round, and they always rotate in these weird ways, and they open up like Independence Day. And that's just been our thought process forever. So if they posted a video saying UFOs that differed from that segment, we wouldn't believe it.
Right, that's fair. Now, if we want to get down to the technicalities of this, just because they're labeled as UFOs does not mean they are labeled as, like, extraterrestrial flying objects.
Correct.
They're just listed as flying objects that we don't know the origin of. So that's another thing, if we're being realistic here, is that when it comes down to the technicalities and verbiage, technically they're not leading towards anything. They're just stating the facts. And the fact is, it's a flying object that we've never seen before, but it could be anything.
Yes. One thing my dad liked to say when I was talking about UFOs and stuff, and he was certainly a believer of extra life outside of this realm.
Okay, sure.
Oh, realm sounds kind of weird.
Realm.
This planet. There we go.
We're in a video game, guys.
And he would say, when I was younger, that if I was able to fling a meatball, super duper far, and it was visible to a person in a different town, they would look up at it and go, I don't know what that is, classifying it indirectly as a UFO, even though it's a meatball.
Yes.
This could be someone's meatball.
Yes. Yes, a meatball in disguise as an alien spaceship saucer.
as an alien spaceship saucer.
I mean, if I had to actually guess what these are, they are government-made ships, and they are testing them with video surveillance, and they're classifying them as UFOs because it's top secret projects and terminology. That's probably the most realistic scenario. I mean, and they would probably not release it until now simply because of the flying maneuvers, because we saw in the Black Ship video that those flying maneuvers are not only incredible, but things we've just never really seen before, especially in a shape like that of a ship.
It will be interesting to see if anything else comes of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the next couple months.
Right. Like, will they announce more? I don't know. First, we had the Area 51 raid back in September. Mm-hmm. Now we have declassified UFO videos from the U.S. Navy in late April. So let's give it another 7 months and see if we see pictures of aliens.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Even if you show me a landed UFO on the ground with aliens walking out of it, until I am there myself and walking into that, I don't know if I'm going to fully believe it.
Facts. It's just something you would have to see in person.
I have to see it. I have to, like, feel the ship.
Yeah.
I have to know it's there with all my senses.
Like, if I don't see Harold bump into Lil Uzi on that ship, my guy, it's over. I don't believe
it. and think about it.
Yeah.
It could almost be something that is so strange. Like, what if aliens aren't these green creatures we think they are?
Right.
We have a ship land, and they look just freaking like us.
Dude, what if they're literally just humans from another planet?
Exactly. Maybe it's like a freaking 100 thing, man.
Yeah,
they
dude.
Drop onto a planet to survive.
Exactly.
Yep. Next thing you know, we're all going to die because their planets tend to die.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know. The world may never know until it actually happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting. I'm hoping that within my lifetime, there's some more concrete information, not some hoopla like this stuff.
Right. And, I mean, in terms of what you just said, technology alone has changed dramatically just in the past 10 years. And, like, almost, not even twofold. We're talking, like, sevenfold compared to what it was back in, like, the 50s and 60s. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not only excited to see what technology looks like in, like, 5 years, but, just in terms of, like, space technology and seeing what we can do in space and seeing different things on different planets and going to different planets and all that. The whole Elon Musk vision, right? Very excited to see what happens.
Me too. Though I don't know if all that's going to happen in my lifetime.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, technology is crazy. Will it happen?
That's true.
Probably in the lifetime. On a mass scale, probably not. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It all depends on how smart and quick Elon Musk moves.
Elon Musk, it's all on you.
Right. It's all on
Listen
that
to
guy.
our podcast.
Yes.
Support us.
Give us shares of Tesla for no, I'm kidding. Okay. Next topic. So, we're going to go through the next two topics, our reoccurring segments of our show. New Music Friday the past week, and random generator topic. So, Austin, what song have you been listening to the most the last week?
So, of the New Music Friday, I would have to say that I have listened to Righteous probably the most, and that's only because it's probably one of the last songs we're going to hear from Juice WRLD.
Fair enough. It's also just a great song. Whoever produced it is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah. It sounds amazing. It's great. And it's depressing. We did a video on Juice, too, a while back. And unfortunate things. One bad choice, man. One bad choice.
But yeah, the song, it's
It's a banger.
Yeah, true. It's got like that depressed vibe, but it's also got like the happy-ish vibe in terms of like the tones of his voice. But yeah, I mean, it's a super solid song. It was actually gonna be my choice for this New Music Friday as well, but I knew Austin was liking it a lot, as much as I was, so that I got my secondary choice for you guys, so we don't bore you with the same one, just to give you guys a little bit of variety. I was torn between two songs, and I kid you not, I listened to these things multiple times in a row to pick one. So I'm actually going to say both because they were just that good, but then I'm going to tell you which one is my favorite other than Righteous by Juice WRLD. So the runner-up is Weird by Youngblood. I don't know if you guys know Youngblood. I don't want to call him an upcoming artist because he's been in the game for a bit now, but he makes some super solid music. His sound is kind of along the lines of, it's hard to say. It's kind of like that rock-ish vibe, maybe a little bit of a Panic at the Disco vibe, but in a younger scene, if that makes sense. He's only 22. But he makes some pretty great music. And then the first song, well, technically second, but my favorite song from New Music Friday is Fidget by Lil Skies. And I chose this one over Weird because it just has a better flow, in my opinion. I don't know what just like blipped in my ears, but I don't know. But yeah, Fidget. It's a rap song. It's by Lil Skies. He's also younger. I think he's like 22, 23 as well. But yeah, the flow is just there. Like it's you're bopping your head. You're just into it. And
is the bass good?
The bass is fantastic. You have to listen to it. I guarantee you might even save it.
I think I did listen to it, and I'm pretty sure I did save it.
Yeah, it's super solid song. I actually just got into Lil Skies it's been kind of a while now, like 9 months. I save about one song a month from him. And all around, he's a pretty solid artist. So he got my vote for New Music Friday. Again, that's Fidget by Lil Skies. And Austin's song was Righteous by Juice WRLD. And if you guys want to listen to the second one I had, it's Weird by Youngblood. All fantastic singles. Listen to all three of them. They're just great.
They're all great.
They're all fantastic.
And next week, don't be surprised, guys, if we have the same song that we like.
Oh, yeah.
We're both kind of waiting for the same release right now.
Yeah, only because it was teased on Twitter, and it's honestly the only one I've seen teased this week. But
yeah.
Let them know what it is. Give them a little taste, Austin, for next week. Who are the two artists on this track?
I'm going to give them one.
Mm-hmm.
Just one. Marshmello.
Interesting. How you saved the other one. Interesting. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Austin's a fanboy of the secret artist, and he won't come out and say it.
I like them both. I do like both artists.
Ever since the Posty album, I don't know. I've seen it in his eyes, guys.
Yeah, that actually really launched it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan. I liked a couple songs here and there from the artist.
Mm-hmm.
The Posty album came out, man, and that artist in that particular song,
yeah,
phenomenal.
Yeah, it's great songs.
Yep.
Oh well, little tastes. Okay, I'm not gonna say anymore. Don't want to spoil it anymore. But you guys know it's the Marshmello song featuring, blank.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's the other way around, featuring Marshmello. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
they both posted it.
That's a good point.
They both posted it.
Who is going to take that song?
If I had to guess, it's Marshmello because he posted it first on his social media. But yeah. Okay, Austin, do you have the random generator topic website fired up and ready to go?
Oh, I did.
Okay.
I do.
What is
Current tense.
this week's random generated topic?
It is, clicking now, China's military.
How convenient.
Kind of interesting, yeah? Do you want the subtopics?
Sure.
Okay. I feel like I'm playing Jeopardy right now. So we have personal experience of someone with or involving China's military. Journalistic wear analysis
Journalistic.
of China's military.
Okay.
Interesting. Event involving or affecting China's military. Strange experience or encounter with or involving China's military. Religious, theological, spiritual, and or moral analysis or impact of China's military.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is that all then?
That's the 5 they gave me on this rotation.
All right. I'm going to ask you a question, Austin.
Got you.
Do you think the U.S. government, and this is kind of a stretch, but I think it's a relevant topic. Do you think the U.S. is going to go at war with China because of coronavirus?
Oh.
Loaded questions.
Loaded questions.
Love me some random generated topics.
Me too. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
And, we talked about trying to talk about coronavirus as little as possible.
Right.
On the channel itself. So I don't want to really go at it from that angle.
Okay, that's fair.
But with that angle in mind, I can't deny it.
You said you can't deny it? Is that what you said?
I can't deny it. I can't deny the angle. Like, I can't just look away.
Right.
So, I hope not. I don't think... What's the best way to word this? I don't think it'd be wise to do something of that magnitude over a theory.
Over a theory? Interesting.
We think maybe intentional was there, but we don't know for sure. And to affect that much and to do that many things at this current time of our economy and infrastructure wouldn't be wise.
Yeah. I can agree with every single thing you just said. Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with it. It's a possibility, again, based on a theory, and in terms of the world's really economic state, it would not necessarily be a good thing. Though, I have heard that apparently war is good for the economy. I don't know if that's true or not. And if I'm not mistaken, Trump said it himself, too.
It makes the factories boom.
Yeah.
Which then produces more jobs, you need more hands to get in those factories. And I'm sure it stimulates what's around that too, of course. But it is good for the economy.
Yeah.
However, I don't know, because you got to figure too, China's a big entity.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a good, decent military. And they have a large military.
Yeah.
So who's going to be on our side to fight them, and then who's going to take China's side?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It would create a world war.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes. I don't want to say it's irrelevant to talk about. It is a little far-fetched to talk about, but it's on the cusp.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's far-fetched to talk about. It's been speculated for a while. And I feel like if the virus started here in, say, New York, and it went to other countries, the same accusations would be thrown to us.
Fair enough.
As we're throwing to them.
Yeah.
Because we don't understand the virus in its entirety yet. So that makes us wonder, okay, was it made in a lab? And if so, why? And then from there, you can go 1,000 different directions.
Right.
So, could it be their fault for the virus happening? Potentially. But I mean, we keep vials of smallpox and stuff for different types of testing and CDC laboratories. So technically, we have very hazardous known biological weapons technically.
Interesting.
So, I don't know. Kind of goes both ways.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. We'll leave it at that, just for the sake of talking about coronavirus. But yeah, some interesting points that came up in those few minutes there. So what's your angle on this week's random generated topic, Austin? The Chinese military. Let's hear it.
Okay, Chinese military. So I don't have any experience with them. I have not been to China yet.
Same.
Want to go. They're definitely a big army.
Year.
They are probably at least, I would say a strong force. They are a big country. But to know a lot about them, I don't. And I don't understand the religious point of what these subtopics are giving me.
Yeah.
Does religion with their military matter?
I have no idea. I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm not sure. I'm going to guess no, but I don't know. I'm no Chinese expert.
What do you think, Colton?
What do I think? Just in general about the religious part or Chinese military?
No,
as a
about
whole?
the military.
Okay, I'm just going to say this. The one part that sucks about random generated topics is when, you know what? No, I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to Google it like we did Catherine de Medici last week.
Do it.
Okay.
Say it. Do it.
No, I was just going to say that it's hard to talk about topics I have no idea about.
Puts us on the spot, and I'm Googling things now, too.
Yeah.
So it's like we don't know. We spend about 7-ish minutes talking out our ass. And then we Google the facts.
Yeah. So it's currently ranked first in terms of active personnel with over 2 million people. There's 500,000 reserved people. Their military age starts at 20. Interesting. Not 18, like America. Their budget is also $177 billion in USD, ranked second in 2019.
Wow.
Huh. Okay, we're learning.
I have some numbers here too from globalfirepower.com.
Okay.
Not sure how reliable the source is here. It has, for 2020, China is ranked 3 out of 138 out of the countries considered for the annual GFP review, which is I think the global force.
You tell me.
Global powers. Come on, tell me what that stands for.
It's an acronym that Austin shall figure out.
And here's the thing, if it was... Yeah, there we go. How about this? Well, I knew what that was. That's medical.
Oh.
Global firepower. That makes sense.
Firepower.
I Googled GFP and I got green fluorescent protein.
How about it?
Yeah. That makes sense to me. I didn't know what else GFP could mean.
Gosh.
Anyway.
I'm just clicking around on these numbers and ooh-wee.
Yeah. It has a total military personnel, according to this, of almost 2.7 million. With 2.1 of those million active. And like you said, about a little over 500,000 in reserve. However, it does mention that 621 million people are fit for service in China.
Interesting.
I wonder what U.S. is.
I shall figure out.
Number.
Please hold.
Yes. Please do.
You keep reading out these numbers to the people. I will find the U.S. comparisons.
So it says available manpower is 752.8 million, with their total population being about little under 1.4 billion. So they have a lot of military potential here.
Okay, I have the U.S. numbers.
Okay.
So, let's see here. So our active personnel is only 1.4 million. Okay. Okay. Our fit for service is 119 million people.
Wow.
So what are those comparisons, Austin?
So that's like a 1 in 6.
Okay. So who's bigger?
China by 6.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting.
So, I mean, it makes sense, though. They do have the biggest population.
Yes. So it kind of does just make sense in terms of population size.
Yeah. But we're going to need, like, 3 friends to take them on.
Interesting.
If we ever want to. And hopefully we don't ever have to.
Right. And that's assuming they have 0 allies.
Correct.
War is very... Wow.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Man, I mean, sometimes it just comes down to the numbers. It really does sometimes. I currently have no idea what the U.S. and China allies are or anything like that. But, I mean, oof. The numbers alone between U.S. and China, yeah. Now, I'm not sure what kind of military technology they have, or how advanced it is, I should say, in terms of, like, tanks, air power, and all that.
Ooh, I found that.
What's up?
I found it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh, oh, so did I.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a nice little site.
I know, right?
So, air power, we have their strength at 3,210, and I'm not quite sure how that's configured.
Interesting. The U.S.'s total strength power is at 13,000.
Interesting. For air power?
Yes, total strength.
Okay. So we have 1,232 fighters.
We have 2,000 fighters.
Okay. Dedicated attack is 371.
715.
Jesus. Transports is 224.
945.
We may have small numbers, but we have a lot of toys.
Yes, yes. See,
Trainers is 314.
You said 314?
314.
Buddy, we got 2,643.
Oh, my lord. Skipping a couple here. How many helicopters does the U.S. have?
Oh, this is going to be interesting. Ooh, and attack helicopters is right next to it? Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So regular helicopters, the U.S. has 5,768.
Wow.
How much does China have?
911.
Yikes. We have 967 attack helicopters.
They have 281.
So, we have learned that even though China is 1 in 6 in terms of manpower, the U.S. just in general when it comes to technology and not people, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is, wow, it's more than 6 in some cases.
So, we just gotta hope for an air battle, it seems like.
Hope for the fighter jet battle against China, they say.
And just to quickly go over a couple more numbers that are interesting. We have 3,500 tanks in China.
Ooh, U.S. has 6,289.
Yeah, we like our tanks.
We like
that doesn't
tanks.
surprise me. And if we go to naval forces, they only have... The total assets is 777.
Oh, we have 490.
Ooh, they have more?
Yes, China has more by about 300.
That's not good. We have to go over water for them.
Well, this just
Stick
took
to
a
air.
turn.
Let's stick to air.
Yeah, let's stick to air. Hopefully we don't have to have any land battles. Well, actually, isn't China landlocked other than maybe the East Coast?
I think you're right, yeah.
So
Well,
technically it would be a land battle.
Yeah, but I don't find it likely that they would just allow us to get on their shoreline.
True.
I mean, there's gonna if war happens, there's gonna be some naval battles too.
Right. Like, I'm just going to look at a Chinese map here real quick. Oh, actually, half their country is water facing. Maybe about a third. Taiwan's just right there, right in the middle, though. North Korea's up there. So, I don't know. Maybe it's more like a fourth. I mean, yeah. I guess it kind of makes sense why we have more water stuff is because most of our country is surrounded by water, as China's is mostly landlocked. So in terms of geography, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. So.
It shall be a interesting time. Hopefully it's one we never have to face.
True. So, with all the numbers, the breakdown we just said, by the way, we're on globalfirepower.com. This turned out to be a great site in terms of statistics.
And a great topic.
Is it accurate? You tell us. But I would imagine it's relatively accurate. Because, I mean, let me just see here. What else did I talk about? I mean, they talk about everything. Yeah, everything war, really. Interesting.
Man. You know how we mentioned that it was going to be maybe a shorter podcast?
Yeah, it turned out to be about an average length podcast, Austin.
I was going to say, we're at an hour and 7 minutes of recording time right now.
Yeah. Yeah, with only, yeah. It's a solid show.
Hell yeah.
So, is that it in terms of Chinese military, Austin?
You know, I think that's the most we can check up on right now. If anybody has any comments, though, about the Chinese military or anything we talked about, put it in the comments on YouTube. We do watch that often.
Yes. Yeah, we take a look at all of our YouTube stats all the time. So if you guys want to hit us up with any questions or suggestions, be sure to let us know in the YouTube comments. You can also let us know on Twitter and Discord at Alton Podcast. And we are available on all major streaming platforms. We are available everywhere. And you can find everything at altonpodcast.com. So make sure you guys head over there, click on the streaming service you want to, follow us on Twitter, get in the Discord, join the discussion, and we'll see you guys in the next podcast.
Thanks for listening, guys.